children, as you know that we have already completed our first UT. So now again we will be starting on with the videos. So now I am here with the geography video. If you remember, before the UT we ended up at Lake Chilika. That was on page number 44. So now we will be starting with the next page. Okay, so page number 44 was over. In page number 44, we were studying about the characteristics of Lake Chilika. So, let us see the characteristic. We were on third characteristic. Now, see children, Lake Chilika, it is also one of the most important wetlands of the world. Why it is most important is that it is home to a very wide range of impressive birds, okay, and that is the reason it is recognized as one of the most important wetlands in the world. Now at Lake Chilika, what is the major attraction? The most or the major attraction is Irrawaddy dolphins, which are often seen at the Satpada Island. So here we end with the characteristics of Lake Chilika. Now we will be starting on with rivers, okay. So we will be studying about the important rivers of the world. First of all children, you should know what is a river. What is a river? It is a natural stream of water flowing to a sea or the ocean. It means a natural stream of water. Stream means a very small river of water which ends up in an ocean or a sea. Now children, we will be studying about the river. So let us see what is the head of the river. The place or the beginning of a river is known as the head of the river. And the end of the river, it is known as the mouth of the river. Now, rivers, they always flow from a higher point to a lower point. And apart from that, it also collects the water from many other small streams or the rivers. Okay, most of the time, many small rivers, they also mix up with the big river. Now, characteristic of the river, it depends upon the climate of an area, okay. So we will be reading about the two kinds of rivers. The first one is the perennial rivers, okay. So let us see what is the difference between the perennial river and the seasonal rivers. Now children, the perennial rivers, they are also known as permanent rivers, okay. Permanent means these are the rivers which have the water or which have the flow of the water all throughout the year, okay. Now these rivers, they work extensively by eroding and depositing sediments in the channel. Now let us see that the perennial rivers, they are in which region, and these regions, they have which sort of climate. Now children, the perennial rivers, they are often seen in the areas where there is humid climate and where the evaporation rates are much lesser than the rainfall. It means that the rainfall is more and the evaporation is less. Okay, one of the example of the perennial river is river Ganga, okay, which is having the water all throughout the year. Now let us see the other river, that is the seasonal river. Now the seasonal rivers, they don't have a flow of the water all throughout the year. They don't have the constant flow of water all throughout the year. The seasonal rivers, they are also referred to or known as non-perennial rivers or the periodic rivers, okay. Now let us see these rivers, seasonal rivers, they are seen in the regions which are having arid climate, where the rate of evaporation is more than the rainfall. Okay. Sometimes what happens that the stream flow declines on the coast and they dry out, and many of the seasonal rivers, they are not able to reach the sea or the ocean, so they dry up on the way only. Some of the example of the seasonal rivers are like Kaveri and Krishna. Now, children, let us see what is the importance of the rivers, because rivers, they are very, very important to us because they are the major source of water. So, let us read about the importance of the river. So, see, the first importance is that it is a very, very excellent. It means the best habitat and food for many of the earth's organisms. Many of the organisms which are living on the land, they are dependent upon the river for their food as well as for their homes. Okay. Second importance is that many rare plants, rare means which are not found easily. So many rare plants and trees, they also grow with the help of the river water. Now, rivers, they hold a very wide variety or range of aquatic animals. Now, the rivers, they hold a large variety of aquatic life like animals and all, and even many plants also. And the animals, they live on the banks of the river, so they are also dependent upon the river. So we can say that many animal species, they live near the banks of the river and they are dependent upon the water of the river. Now, as we have already studied that rivers, they provide the water and food to a wide range of animals. And not only animals, many birds, they also eat the small fish which is available or which lives in the river water. Now, the river deltas, they are also very, very important because they are having different species of wildlife. Okay, many insects, mammals and birds, they use the delta. In what way? It is their home also and it provides them food also. So children, in this now we will be reading about the important rivers of the world. Now we are reading about the first river and that is River Mackenzie. Okay. So let us study about River Mackenzie. You can see the map over here. Mackenzie is Canada's largest and longest river basin. Okay. It is situated where in Northern America or North America. Now let us see which are the characteristics of River Mackenzie. Okay. So let us